everybody, and welcome back. I want to actually take this opportunity to show you guys this really neat, interesting tool that I think is going to help everybody because I've actually noticed a lot recently. I'm hearing a lot more people with doing like the skill assessment. Hey, I don't have anybody to role play with. I don't know if I'm doing it correctly, if I'm not doing it correctly, or anything like that. So I wanted to go ahead and give you guys an available option on exactly how to do this on your own so you can actually practice. So let's jump right on in. So today I'm going to actually show you how to use AI in order to help you to go ahead and make progress. Okay? So this is what we're going to do to have you as, okay? So we're going to go ahead and show you. Give me just a second here because I'm going to get everything kind of set up. There we go. Okay, you should see it perfectly fine. Okay, so with that being said, just so you know, I do have two screens. Okay, so I have screen here and I have a screen here. ChatGPT is on my screen to the side, so if you see me looking at my side, that's kind of why. So, basically, this is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an amazing tool. I use it actually for a lot of my role play analysis when it comes to the evaluations, giving me some different ideas on what I can teach you guys as well. But today I'm going to actually show you how you can use it to your benefit. Now, if you are not part of Joel's coaching program or anything like that, you're not going to have necessarily access to his bot. His bot, actually, I have it right here. Let me make this bigger. No, okay. I actually have it right here. It's a high ticket sales call evaluator, specifically with ChatGPT. Now, he's already programmed it to all of his skills when it comes to objection handling, bands, tonality, everything. Okay. We're going to assume for just a minute, yours doesn't know anything. Okay. Now, before we do continue, there are two versions of ChatGPT. The first is the free version, and then there's the paid version. The paid version right now is going for $20 a month. I am not paid to say this, although I kind of wish I was, because ChatGPT has been a lifesaver for me. So I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and use it. Now, if you have the free version, you can do exactly everything that I'm doing right now, but you will have some time limitations and message limitations. If you go ahead and pay for the membership, you're going to be fine. You won't have really any problems. There might be some occasional slow times because people using a lot of ChatGPT, but everything will still be accessible and you might wait like a minute or two, but versus a couple hours. Okay. So the first thing here is we're going to get it ready to understand what we need it to do. So over here, we're going to have this little plus sign and we're going to put it to deep research. Okay. So we're going to do that. Now, what we're going to do is in this case, you're going to put in here names like Joel Yee, Dan Luck, Alex Mosby, Cole Gordon, Grant Cardone, all these different people who are top in the industry when it comes to sales, when it comes to just sales in general, high ticket sales. Okay. Now you're going to be very specific that you want to know all of the high ticket sales when it comes to the techniques, the strategies, tonality, mindset, habits, objection handling, BANT qualifications, everything like that. Okay. Once you do that, I'm not going to do it because it's already programmed. Once you do that, you'll hit enter and it'll go ahead and do all of its research. Now be patient. It can take some time depending how many people you put in there and of course where it's looking. Underneath sources, right now I just have it as web search. You can of course put it to your Gmail, like other things that you can connect to it as well. That way you actually have multiple resources. Okay. For right now, website is good enough. Now, if you wanted to search somewhere specifically, like a certain website, you can put the website in there as well, and it will go ahead and pull information from that. Now, once that's all done, it's going to load the information of exactly what it found. You're going to put save to memory. Now, when you say save to memory, you'll go to your settings. Underneath personalization, you're going to go down here to where it says memory. To the right, it says manage. You're going to hit manage. And this is actually everything you tell it to save. Okay. So you can see here, I have with Alex Hermosi down here. I have Joel Yee down here. I don't think I have a Dan Lok in here. But I just have really those main two, mostly because that's who we're really working with as far as like our strategies, techniques, different things like that. That's where a lot of it comes from. But you can add as many people as you want. Now, let's say, for instance, you're like, oh, well, let's say Alex Hermosi no longer applies because you kind of want to go to the Grant Cardone style. You could just come in here and remove it, no harm done, and it keeps everything else. Okay. If you don't, it'll combine all the information together. So keep that in mind that when you add things, it's going to just add on top. Okay. If you get conflicting information, you can ask it, hey, I thought it was supposed to be this. What's going on? It'll tell you where it's getting its data from. So you can see if it's overlapping each other, if there's a contradiction, and then you can clean it up with ChatGPT. Now, when you first start this, do not take it as the holy grail because it's still learning. It's learning you, it's learning, your style, it's learning how you're communicating. It is learning about how you want things done. So it will take a little bit of time for it to actually get to where you want it to go, but that's going to be the greatest start. Okay. So once you're done, I'm going to go over here to my sales category. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how a role play is done. Now, with this being said, we're going to role play an AI client specifically. And I'm going to set it up just like if I would anybody else who's doing just a regular role play skill assessment. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. There's this little button that says use voice mode. This is how you're going to be able to actually communicate with ChatGPT. You'll be able to hear it and everything like that. Okay, so let's jump right on in. And I'm going to give him any name I want. Hello, I would like to have you do a role play with me, if that's okay.
Absolutely. That's totally fine. We can jump into a role play whenever you're ready. Just let me know what scenario you have in mind or if there's a particular role you want me to take on.
Yeah, so I would like you to be the prospect who has taken on the AI model method, which is a $47 introductory course. Um, And with this, I'm going to just basically be the setter. I'm going to be calling you outbound. You don't know that I'm calling you. You've probably had the product for only a couple of days now. And my goal is to get you into the mentorship. And I need to make sure that I get you qualified according to BANTS, make sure I'm able to go ahead and set the appointment, make sure my tonality is good, and making sure everything kind of lines up with Joel Yee's sales methodology mostly when it comes to the role play, if we can do that.
Absolutely. That sounds like a plan. So I'll put on my prospect hat and imagine I'm someone who's just dipped my toes into the AI model method for a couple of days. Whenever you're ready to give me that call, go for it and I'll play along.
Hello, is this Ben?
Hey, yes, this is Ben speaking. Who am I talking with?
Hey, Ben, it's Christy from the AI model company. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Christy. I remember signing up for the AI model course just a couple days ago. Good to hear from you.
Likewise. I'm actually reaching out to see how things are going with the course, if you've run into any challenges, and kind of see how we might be able to offer some assistance in helping you make the most out of it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Honestly, I've been poking around in the course a bit. It's definitely interesting, but I wouldn't say I've hit any major roadblocks yet. I guess I'm just still figuring out how to really get things rolling.
That's actually really good to hear that you haven't run into any challenges yet, but it's still towards the beginning. So let me ask you, like, what got you initially interested in even doing AI in the first place?
Yeah, definitely. That's a good question. I mean, I've always been curious about AI, and I guess I just saw it as a cool opportunity to maybe create something unique. So it kind of felt like a fun path to explore.
So is it more than just like a nice little passion project, or did you have something more specific in mind?
Yeah, I'd say it's a bit of both. I mean, it definitely started as a passion project, but I'm also kind of eyeing the bigger picture of maybe turning it into something that's actually monetizable. So I guess that's your hoping to go eventually.
Okay. So I guess then the question is like, getting it to get to that monetization part, like what are you hoping to really build from this?
Yeah, I think for me, it's really about getting to the point where I can create an AI model that's not just fun, but that actually brings in some revenue. So I guess the big hope is to take it from just a little hobby to something that can actually be a business.
Okay. So are you looking to really make this more of a side income for right now, or maybe something that you take on full time and just have your full focus on?
Yeah, I think right now I'm leaning towards it starting as a side income just to kind of see how it goes. But if it really takes off, I could definitely see myself going full time and making it the main focus. So I guess I'm open to wherever it leads.
Hey, that makes total sense. By the way, what is it that you're currently doing for a living?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now I'm actually working in marketing. It's kind of my main gig. So this AI thing is a bit of a shift from that, but I'm hoping it might complement it eventually.
Interesting. So what is it about marketing that you currently do?
Yeah, so basically I do a lot of digital marketing work, things like running online campaigns, bit of social media management, that kind of thing. So it's definitely a different world from AI, but I'm kind of excited to see how the two might overlap.
So I'm curious, is this something that's like a 9 to 5, or is it one of those where you have your own kind of marketing agency?
Yeah, so it's actually more of a traditional 9 to 5. I'm working for a company doing in-house marketing, so it's not my own agency or anything like that. But who knows? Maybe down the line with the AI stuff, I'll branch out into something more independent.
Well, that is definitely a possibility. Some of our clients have done that before. So, I mean, as of this point, like, what got you thinking of maybe even steering into the AI and having that take over versus even just continuing your marketing as it is?
Yeah, that's a fair question. I think for me, it's really about curiosity and just seeing where it's headed. Marketing is great, but AI feels like this whole new frontier. And I think there's just something exciting about getting in on something that could be really transformative. So, yeah, that's kind of what's pulling me in that direction.
Off the role play, I feel a bit of resistance from you as far as getting some additional details. How can I actually go ahead and get more information quicker through this role play?
Absolutely. And sticking out of the role play for a second, I think you're doing a great job. If you want to get more info quickly, you can gently lean into more specific or open ended questions. For example, you might ask directly about what kind of timeline they're hoping for to start monetizing, or even what obstacles they imagine might come up. The more you zero in, the easier it is for them to give you those details. But you're definitely on the right track.
There we go. And that's how that works. Now, you can actually see there is then a transcript. Well, I got my name wrong. But there is basically a transcript of everything that you talked about, how the call went, different things like that. So you can actually see, oh, I actually said this, right? And of course, you could follow up and ask some additional questions of, hey, how is my tonality? Am I on the right track for bands? What challenges are going to be facing? Different things along those lines. So for those of you that don't have a role play partner, I do recommend using ChatGPT if you want actually someone to role play with. Now, keep in mind, it's not 100% accurate. So it is one of those things you kind of also have to be in tune with knowing at least what you're looking for. And you'll be able to go back and take a look at it as well to see exactly what you were actually doing. Okay. So hopefully this actually helps you out to figure out a little bit more on how you can role play by yourself with ChatGPT. And of course, if you have additional questions, definitely go ahead and put them into the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them so we can go ahead and get you more results. Bye.